Spoilers for the Silent Hill 2 remake and the original Silent Hill 2 game. This is a bit of a mature video game, so spoilers and content warning, I guess. Yeah, anyway. Alright, so this is a little bit of a weird one. Not a Destiny video like I usually do, obviously, but just another one of my rambling about a game that I really, really like. Not exactly structured either. In case anybody that watches this isn't familiar with my regular content, hi, I'm BloodElf941. I make YouTube videos about my hyperfixations. Most of them aren't good, but we're doing what we can. In today's video, we're gonna talk about something fucking horrible. If you know me, you know that I'm a big fan of horror. I prefer it in video game form over movie form, just because I think the interactive nature of video games lends itself more towards that oppressive atmosphere that does really well in a horror setting than a movie does. You can punish the player, you can punish the main character with a fail state, and that risk is always really cool. You can see some very gruesome deaths if you're into the shock value, or if you're, there's a lot more that you can do in a horror video game than you can in a horror movie to emphasize a certain atmosphere. Funnily enough, the big project that I wanted to do that got me into doing this year-long thing of uploading 2 videos a week is the very, very long Dead Space video that I will eventually do, going over every iteration, every video game. If you know me, you know I like horror. And I have to apologize to the Bloober team, because I originally did not have faith in their rendition of Silent Hill 2. I thought it was going to be bad. My only point of contention is the baby running into the wall thing, and if you know, you know. I don't have much evidence otherwhere else, so I just wanted to point out that I was actually wrong about something and address that before continuing, because I think that they did a fantastic job. Silent Hill 2 made me miserable, and it's awesome. The opening is so fucking good. It takes forever to get to anything actually awful, but it feels like it's just there, right? That fog, the way it's done, the way the world looks. James as a character is just this bumbling fucking idiot, and everything is awful. Like, you look at this thing, and you think, oh, its existence is pain. And then it vomits on you, and you go, oh, its existence is pain. And just, James is not a combat action man. He is a scared little bitch with a nail board that gets covered in blood. The way that the fucking crawlers move on the ground, terrifying. Now, I already know everything about Silent Hill 2. Not everything. I played the original game a while ago when I was starting to get into horror games, which was a mistake. I should not have played it when I did. I was much too young to understand everything. But upon reflection, I now get it, and I did some of my own digging about, like, what this, what these things indicate, and I know what happened with James and his wife and the town and Maria and Mary and all of them and Eddie and just Laura. I understand what everything is. I know what Pyramid Head is. I know all of those things. I say all that to indicate that even though I know the end result, even though I know that I'm not going to be shocked by any narrative revelations, by knowing where the story goes, I think that it has in fact improved the experience somewhat, because I'm noticing little things again. I'm noticing little details that Bloober puts in about everything. Because when the mystery is solved, then you get to go back through it and go, oh yeah. I'm currently playing through it. I haven't finished it yet because I got it a little bit later than I should have, but that's because I'm stupid and dumb. And I am miserable playing this game. Every little thing is setting me on edge. The animation of the crawling, armless things, the way that their flesh looks red and inflamed, the small details that I know because James is the most sexually repressed motherfucker on the planet, Pyramid Head, doing the thing to the things. The fact that every little detail is just perfect and makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I am reminded of this is going to be a weird tangent. I am reminded of the detail about the pukers from Dead Space 2, where they went out of their way to make the color of the vomit intentionally off-putting, to set the player on edge even the slightest bit more. right? The combination of red, yellow, and green and all that shit in a disgusting, painful way. Every little thing about Silent Hill 2 Remake is just that detail writ large. And it's amazing. Nothing is comforting about this game. And even when we get to Maria, which, yes, I am aware, I understand what Maria is and who Maria is, but nothing about this game is going to make me feel comfortable, and I love it. And not in the Dark Souls 2 way, where in my What Dark Souls 2 Does Best video, I talk about how oppressive the world is, how that hopelessness is instilled into the gameplay and the world design and the pain of existence in a broken world and a broken system designed to keep you at the bottom. Like that's what Dark Souls 2 does best, right? And that's miserable in a very specific way. Like where the world is suffering, why would killing God and fixing those problems be easy? And then at the end, you don't even fix the problems, you just perpetuate the cycle, right? Silent Hill 2 is miserable in a a manifestation of your self-hatred and guilt is sexually assaulting a monster you unconsciously created as a stand-in for your inability to be sexually aroused by your terminally ill wife. And that's not even close to an exaggeration. It's fucking awful. Games like Silent Hill 2 are a big part of my argument against enjoying yourself being the only thing that matters for a video game experience, right? Everybody likes to bring out, well, if you're not enjoying yourself, don't play it. You know, if you're not having fun, don't play it. I don't think Silent Hill 2 is very fun. I think it's awful. I think it's fucking horrid. I don't think the combat is very good. It's pretty simple. It's dodge, hit, knock it on the ground, step on it, kite a little bit. Like, the combat's not good. The puzzles are intentionally confusing and off-putting. And a lot of the things that you're experiencing are horrible. It's a story about a man who killed his wife and repressed the memory of it, so he manifested all of this shit, and the town is also hell. But I'm a pretentious twat, and I think that having a painful experience is a good thing. I think it's in fact a great idea for art to make you not feel good. I want things to make me feel like shit sometimes, because sometimes shit sucks. And there's like a doomer way to look at that, but I think that there is something beautiful about this. It's the human psyche. It's self-loathing and guilt and sexual frustration and everything that we are not allowed to talk about on YouTube. It is fucking abysmal. And I love that. I don't want to say that I would recommend Silent Hill 2 to everybody, because I don't think everybody can handle this kind of experience. Not in a, oh, everyone's soft nowadays, but in a, this isn't for everybody kind of way. I think if you're interested in video games as an art form, and not just as a way to pass the time, I think you owe it to yourself to check out Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think you owe it to yourself to check out the original one, but this is probably the most approachable way to do it. It's got a lot of the hallmarks of the modern AAA space. The cutscene, the camera angle, the action focus, right? But I think that this is a fantastic translation of one of the greatest video games of all time, and I could not be happier. Please play Silent Hill 2. You will definitely regret it, but please play it. But with that, that's going to do it for me today. Just a little different from my normal content here. Just wanted to kind of talk about something and talk about something I really give a shit about. So happy Halloween, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.